Good afternoon once again, ladies and gentlemen, and that is the PRL standings after Great Britain. We've finally taken back the championship lead. Although, this was investigated, and guess what? That was deemed a purposeful brake test, and I was disqualified. So bang goes 18 points, and we're back down in third position in the championship. And that's cost us, well, you can see what it's cost us, and it's basically a horrible way to end our podium streak. Anyhow, we've moved on to a very wet qualifying session in Hockenheim, and Rafa's taken pole in his Force India, and Danny and I are absolutely buried in this session, possibly due to the fact that we don't run assists, and some of these guys have been qualified in front of us. That's Big Ox there, it says on pole, but he disconnected. He doesn't have any restarts due to his massive amount of disconnections he's been having all season. Anyhow, we'll be looking to move up the field, that is, Danny and I, of course. And starting from 6th position, it says 7th, but of course that disconnection demotes us. And it looks like we've got a pretty good start compared to certainly Tully and the McLaren to our left. There's a bit of a lag though, so I decided to feather the throttle, and it looks like Stollen's gone very wide, so we're going to take his position as well. And yeah, not a bad start. Now we've got pressure here on HSV in his Red Bull. The top two are trying to break away, so we really need to make this move with DRS, which doesn't seem too difficult. Yeah, we blow past and up into the podium positions already. And on lap 7, we're still tracking down Rafa and Dubzzy. Ooh. That was trick shot there, and apparently at some stages in this race he took Dubzzy out, and he's got a 3-race ban, which is quite odd because I've not seen any footage of that. So bad luck to him, or whatever the hell happened there. We enter the pits at the same time as Dubzzy here at the end of lap 8 though. And annoyingly, we shuffle down quite a few more positions than he does, as 2 cars come through in the meantime. You can see his Williams there. We're just going to follow this lap and see how far we get up the field. These guys have not pitted ahead of us. Indeed, the DRS is wide open. We're going to have a massive dive there at the McLaren. We get through though. Have thankfully saw us coming. I don't think there was too much wrong with that anyway, but now it's the Force India teammate of Pole Sitter Rafa, and it's Danielson. He's gone a little bit wide there. We have a little bit of an opportunity here, but not really at that stage of the track is not the greatest passing opportunity. Same through here. We're just going to have to hold behind and try and get some DRS maybe. The next lap is look how close the Red Bull and the Williams ahead are. Looks like it actually is a championship rollers of Murph and Dubzzy. Well, Danielson's gone a little bit wide here. We don't need a second opportunity, and we're straight through there at the final turn. Not many moves made there. And sorry to him if he actually wanted to pit that lap, but anyhow. Now we're right in the slipstream of Murph, who loses a position to Dubzzy with the DRS. We also go through at the same time. Oh, we just kicked the throttle a bit too hard there, possibly not switching up into second gear quite quickly enough. That's that Dubzzy away a little bit, but we should be able to catch that up pretty soon, and indeed we do by the next lap. Yeah, pull out of the slipstream, take the middle of the track, not giving him enough room to sort of pinch him on the apex really, and go around the outside, textbook move there, and up into second position. At this point we realised that Rafa was doing one lap stop than us, and we already realised, well, he's going to win the race. Even though we're taking the lead at this point, wasn't looking good, and oh dear. That's a Dubzzy manoeuvre there, and we've been hit up the rear. Thankfully though, he doesn't pass us. But the next lap, this happens. So you'd think someone who just punts you off at turn 1 would yield, but no, it comes down the inside. And do you guys think I did anything wrong there? The stewards do. I got 20 seconds penalty for that. You can note though he got the same thing. But really, should I have got 20 seconds, do you think, guys? Leave in the comments. Anyhow, we continue and Rafa's having a big go at us. We don't really want to let him through, but of course it's inevitable since he's on option tyres, and they're also fresher tyres. And he goes through at the start of lap 15, that's the next lap after those Dubzzy kerfuffle. And we enter the pits the next lap as well, so yeah, we didn't really have much choice in that battle with Rafa. He was always going to come flying through. We're going to throw stop, by the way, obviously 3 sets of options in this particular race. We've emerged here in 6th position after our second stop, and immediately catch HSV, and there's a Williams off there. That must be one of those times that Dubzzy lost his front wing. And we actually come up to 2nd position here, as HSV is yet to make a second pit stop. So that's quite nice, but he has DRS now, which is not so great for us. We're going to see what happens here. We're going to stay to the outside, as I think there's more traction available on the exit of this hairpin. Certainly he comes down the inside here, you'll be able to see his front wing. Yep. Our hand goes up in the air, but there's no real problem. We just go around the outside and continue in 2nd position. That's pretty much the maximum as well. We do see Rafa once again in the race, but we have to make another pit stop, and he's going to the end at this point. It was rather annoying though that he, I think he's on primes at this stage, and he slightly held us up at this phase of the race, where we wanted to be staying away from styling. We needed to battle for the 2nd position, even though at this point we didn't know we were going to get a 20-second penalty. We're going around the outside here, anything doing? Oh, nice slide there from Rafa. Actually perfectly blocked the corner off. So that was nice defensive driving, and we are unable to get past. The next lap though we have a bit of a dive. Well, there's a bit of a lock-up as well, so he's going to make the over and under quite easily. But you can see there that we've we've lost a lot of time to Stalin. He's pretty much half the gap in those couple of laps. We'll make the final pit stop, and nothing really happens for the rest of the race. Stalin does catch up a little bit, but not quite enough. We come across the line in 2nd position. This should be enough to take the championship lead. But with that 20 seconds of penalties, look what happens. The heartbreak. 20 seconds on 9.201 is 29.201. And that puts us 1,000ths behind Danny. So that's the updated championship standings, guys. Could have been in the lead at this point. But anyway, I've been Jacko. See you in Hungary.